What is up, guys? Lord Recall from Dynasty bringing you War Recap video and HGHB kind of commentary. War Recap number 226 for us versus a Brazilian clan. Feras do clash. I mean, it really wasn't our greatest war, but we did plenty to get the job done. Their Town Hall 10 didn't even attack our Town Hall 10, ironically enough. And so they got no stars off and probably was one of the deciding factors. We're going to go over a couple of HGHB attacks today just to talk about some things that I'm looking for guys on our team. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show Rochambeau hit number 5 on their team, I believe, because it was a pretty cool attack, and I liked it. So before we get into the HGHB commentary, let's go with this. Ro's bringing a kind of a Go Vaho healer combo, and he's got some miners in the clan castle, which is pretty cool. Ro is a recent 9.5, so he's got the spells, but I don't think he has the extra troop space yet. So he's got 5 spells, and he's hitting a 9. But no big deal. I'm pretty sure he swags a heal at the end here anyway, so he probably didn't even need it. But does a good job with the Queen Walk from 3 o'clock, just taking out some of those point defenses. Got his Golem coming in there, distracting everything, getting his wall breakers in, and away he goes. Trying to create a funnel, probably could drop those wizards up there towards 1 o'clock a little bit to help that funnel creation, just so when he drops his Valks, he's holding off on his Valks right now, either for the clan castle or because he's nervous that they're going to walk. Extra wall breakers, not sure what they're for. He's got a jump, which can take care of just about everything. But in go the wall breakers. In go the Valks. He's going to drop a jump spell to help path them. Unfortunately, I think most of them are going to path over to most of those storages, which is because they're so compact Valks like that. But eventually, it'll help them get over to the Expo and the Town Hall and whatnot. Hogs are coming in from the flanks, trying to take out some of those distracted defenses, doing a pretty nice job. A little heavy-handed on the Hogs right off the bat. Really only need probably 6 to 8 of them to really do their thing. And some of them clip a giant bomb there. I don't remember if it was a double. I don't think it was. But you can kind of reinforce, like right now, that Archer Tower over there at 9 o'clock, everything's going to have to come back and hit that. So if you had a couple, 2 or 3 Hogs, they could easily take it out, trickle them in. But doing a nice job as Valks are doing work in the middle. Hogs are still going. Healers, which seem to be kind of the way of the future right now, or what everybody's using, that really helps everything stay alive. We'll talk about it now. In case you didn't know how healers are biased, they always target the highest troop space target that needs healing in its area. So right now, if there was a Golem right there and the Golem was taking hits, it would actually jump off on the Golem. Supposedly, heroes have a notional 25 troop space, so they're 5 less than a Golem. So that's how you can kind of play it out. If you're wondering where your healers are going to jump onto, as long as you're like, as soon as that king reaches full heal, then they'll jump off to something else. But the highest troop space has the priority. So good job, Ro. We needed that 3-star, and you came through in a clutch. All right, so on to the HGHB commentary here, just for a couple of guys in our clan. So the first one we're going to look at is our number 9, Chaotic. 14 and 15 heroes taking on their number 6. So he's coming down with the minions. I think that's what they're called. I'm having a brain fart. But trying to clear out as much for the bowlers as possible. The bowlers will walk in a heartbeat, so you got to get everything off the flanks, and even then they'll still just kind of arc down a wall, taking out things. So trying to time the entrance to his giants just as the minions are done for timekeeping purposes, and then it looks like he's dropping some wizards to create that extra wide funnel, just trying to make sure and trying to time everything so he can get his bowlers, his heroes, and everything pushing in all at the same time. Here comes the rage. Everything's getting raged. The healers move into the rage. Now the healers are healing everything. The bowlers are doing a good job taking out all those air defenses. You kind of want to judge where you're going to enter based off of where you have the easiest job funneling and where you're not going to get hit by air defenses right off the bat, where you're going to have time for your bowlers. Look at those bowlers going in that crack over there, taking stuff out, man. That's crazy. So you can see they just want to go anywhere, so it's really hard to control them. But I like 2 rages and 2 heals like Chaotic, and he's just doing work. The rages are all used on the front side. The earlier, the better. Here comes some Hogs. I think that Hog at 9 o'clock isn't necessarily he's going to let him die, but really that's for pathing. What he doesn't want is stuff to start going outside. That's usually the worst case scenario with these giants, is they start beating on a wall outside because there's a defense outside. Now comes the bulk of his Hogs. He's got 2 heals still for him. and I doubt that he foresaw this double giant bomb that's coming up that's going to take care of some stuff. But it had a good split on his hog, so that worked out okay. And it looked like he was going to get a swag, a heal, but as soon as that double giant bomb took out those quite a few of those at the bottom, he had to heal the top guys, and it worked out. But notice you got all those healers up. You got some bowlers, you got some giants doing some tanking, and those hogs are just taking out defenses. Nobody's even paying attention. So very nice attack by Chaotic. So the big thing to think about there is creating that nice wide funnel, trying to time it so everything goes inside, and get that first rage down, get the poisons down for the CC troops, and then another rage is probably going to be needed to help continue them pushing in. Next attacks, Chaotic again on number 7, does very similar, using those minions to create the nice wide funnel, trying to pick out where he wanted to enter, pretty much based off of where he could get free buildings to create an awesome funnel. So it just so happens that spot right there. Notice how far the Archer Queen is away. He's still going to have no problem getting to her with that push. So notice, same thing. Buildings are getting destroyed. Timing is dropping of his giants and his healers at about the same time. So now he can drop his wizards and continue the funnel, which is there's Wiz number 1, Wiz number 2. Creating that funnel pretty nice, letting those giants beat through the wall because it gives you time to take out all the trash buildings and to get your heroes down. I will say probably the number one thing that's going to ruin your HGHB attack is if your healers walk, because your heroes walk, because your healers will then follow them along, and you need those healers in the middle of the base healing everything they can possibly find under that rage spell. If your heroes walk, you do not have a really good chance. You have a less than awesome chance of getting that 3-star. So didn't really like this rage. Healed the healers a little bit, but they weren't taking much point defense. But those bowlers and everything kind of split. It is what it is. But the king is tanking for those bowlers. Got the queen backing him up on the back. One thing you'll notice here is if you look really closely, he missed his archer queen ability, but not that big of a deal. Just kind of playing follow the giants. Seeing what kind of defenses are getting tanked. What the bowler's going to take out, drops a couple hogs there just on that distracted archer tower because he knows he can get it down and help out those giants, help those giants from not going outside. I really like that hog up there on that cannon because that's stopping them from going outside the base. We want the giants staying in the base, going from defense to defense to defense. You'll notice that the giants really don't get caught by many spring traps, and that's because the bowlers are taking out so many defenses at such weird angles. It's not like hogs where they go from defense to defense and they're getting popped by every possible spring trap. If they got bowlers behind them, they're kind of taking out defenses in a weird angle, so the giants kind of arbitrarily wander from place to place, and you'll find that they don't hit a lot of spring traps, which is really nice. And if you can keep those healers up, works well. I'm not even talking about the flanking hogs here, doing a great job. This base is pretty much wrecked. It's just a matter of time here, but those are some of the key points to look for. Is if there's defenses outside the base, giants are pretty sensitive. If you want to start your attack close to them, they might wander over to that defense. So keep an eye on that. And make sure that if they're starting to wander towards the edge, they're going to beat outside a wall if you let them. So you got to find a flanking hog and take out some of that defense outside so they don't, just to keep those guys in the middle doing their thing, which is tanking for everything else so the hogs can run around. All right, so nice job, Chaotic, on number 7. So after seeing Chaotic do this, I chose to do it here towards the end of the war. We still hadn't 3-starred number 10. Not sure how exactly it happened. We had a new guy not make his attacks who was promptly kicked. So I chose to come down here and hit number 10. I selected my entry point based off of where I could get away with some minions, just like Chaotic. They're up at the 9 o'clock. I was hoping that top minion was going to jump up and take that builder's hut and then go onto the cannon, but they both went south. No big deal. Notice as I see them coming the end of their limit, in come the giants, in come the healers. Now I'm trying to drop down some wizards by that distracted archer tower so I can create the funnel. But then I noticed up there at 8 o'clock, that darn wizard up there, or the cannon, was giving me fits. So I'm just dumping wizards in there, trying to make sure nothing wanders. And still, look what happens. So I got the Barbarian King down, takes out the hut. Look at the bowlers. They don't really have anything to go off of, and there's an opening right there. But still, a couple of them wander. So it's not that big of a deal. But a good thing my Archer Queen turned around, went back in. Got the poisons down on the CC comp. I knew what was in it. And here comes another rage to help everything continue pushing. I'm just watching. I'm just being patient, waiting for the giants to go into the middle, trip some bombs, show me where the Teslas are, dropping a couple of flanking hogs, not really worried about keeping them up. I'm just trying to keep everything moving down the middle. So as long as I drop a couple hogs there, they die, big deal. I'm not too worried about it. I could have healed them right here if I wanted to, but I didn't. It's no big deal. I was just trying to keep the Giants moving straight up the middle, bowlers straight up the middle, which they did. They both hit that double giant bomb, which I saw coming because I'd take it back. I didn't know where the DGBs were on this base. But after I saw that one, and then I see this one single bomb trip right there, boom. I was pretty happy with what was going. I could see where the hogs were going to run across and get to that archer tower. I healed them for the hell of it, but could have swagged that last heal. Already got my wizards down on the side that I started my hogs for some of those cleanup troops. I probably could have done that a little bit quicker, but this entire attack took about 1 minute and 58 seconds. So I still had another minute. I'm pretty sure somewhere around there. It was a super quick attack. So taking what I learned and applied it, and that is a 3-star for us. HGHB super overpowering at Town Hall 9. As soon as somebody in my clan gets level 2 bowlers and we can get level 3 in the clan castle, it will be even that much mo better. So I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully you got some pointers on HGHB that'll help you use it in our next war, guys in Dynasty. Our Warlog's still looking pretty green. 20 wins in a row, I think is what we're at right now. And then we got some losses, I don't know, several months ago. But it is what it is. So as always, gentlemen, thank you for watching. The clan is Dynasty. Come check us out. See ya.